so sick of these hobos, always begging for change. I don't like how I gotta work, and they just sit around and hate all of the people who can't drive their cars. Bet you better get out of the way before I start falling apart. I'm actually out of shape, so I can't I can't sing. I'm out of breath. I just walked up that incline. I was singing that on the way home though. Freshly mowed gossip. Hello, bud. Yeah, we're gonna walk. I worked a long shift today, and then I went to the gym, and now I'm gonna walk the dogs, and I hope I don't pass out because I feel like crap. But we're gonna do it anyways because I love my doggies, and a walk is good for you. Where are you from? My mother. You sound happy. Yeah, do I? I hate my job, all my rich friends. I hate everyone to the bitter end. Nothing turns out right, there's no end in sight. I hate my life. So much at stake, can't catch a break. I really hate my life. No, bud, I don't have time. I don't even know where the dogs went. I think they went up there. They don't care. Dogs! They're like, whatever, I do what I want. Well, while they're figuring out what they're gonna do, I'm gonna go look at the blackberries and see if there are any. I did walk my dogs not yesterday. Yesterday? No, not yesterday. The day before yesterday, but I didn't stream it. I don't always stream my dog walks, especially that day, because I was in such a terrible mood. And honestly, I'm still in a really bad mood for reasons I cannot discuss. Nothing to do with chat, but I was debating on either completely staying away from chat or joining a panel and fighting everyone, or starting my own panel and fighting everyone. I don't know yet. I don't think JC would appreciate it if I took over her panel to start shit. So I don't know. I'll either go there on my best behavior, probably not, or I'll start my own, possible, or I'll stay the fuck away, more than likely. I'm just not in a good mood, and rather than take it out on my loved ones, I'll take it out on people that deserve it. Sucks because all these weeds started growing over these blackberries, and I don't have the correct clothing to get to them. I don't even see any. I know there's some up here. I hate that I can't tell when a girl's underage. You know, I tell her she's a nice piece of ass, then her daddy punches me in the face. Not a whole lot going on here. It's tasty though, but not worth getting pricked a bunch of times. You need like the right kind of clothing. This ain't it. Ooh, check it out. Bye, Terry. I sent you a link to a song, thought it might help you. The songs that help me are not the Christian songs, they're the angry songs, because I find them therapeutic when I scream them loudly, mostly to myself. It's cathartic for me. Not that there's anything wrong with Christian music, it's just not my bag, baby. Ow. You whore. So the thorns are nature's way of protecting the plant from getting completely demolished. Like, it wants animals to eat this so that when it poops it out, it germinates and plants it somewhere else, but it doesn't want to kill the plant, which means ouchies. Anyways, let's go. Like, I punch a tree. No, I'm not violent. Like, I mean, I guess to get my frustrations out, I lift weights. But I don't really consider that to be violent. It's just a way to release tension physically. But I don't punch or hit or kick or anything like that. I didn't even want to go to the gym today. I phoned it in for the most part. But I'm just happy I went because I haven't gone in a really long time. For me, a really long time is like a week. And I feel like I lost muscle. Like, that's how into this I am. Come on, Titus. Bruh. I do mostly walk for the dogs, though, because, like, if I didn't have dogs, I don't think I would walk, like, at all. Even though I tell people they should walk because it's really good for them. If I had no dogs, I probably wouldn't. How hypocritical is that? Bear country. Are you strapped? Sometimes. Sometimes I am and sometimes I'm not. Depends on how I feel about wrestling a bear that day. Do I feel like I could take on a bear today? We shall see. Tell you what though, I'd rather take on a bear than a strange man. Not to mention I have an early warning system here. How many dogs do you have? I have 2. I have 2 dogs, I have 2 cats, and I have 1 parrot. I've had many animals in my life, but this is what I currently have, and it's more than enough. I used to breed meat rabbits until the bears broke everything. I used to have chickens and guinea fowl until the predators ate them. So I kind of just like, I don't know, I guess I gave up on the whole hobby farm idea. A bear will slowly eat you, but I hope you have a good day. Is 5 inches enough? Well, it depends on what we're talking about. 5 inches of what? 5 inches of fruit by the foot? It's not quite a foot, so I would say no. I don't think they slowly eat you. I think it depends how hungry they are. Well, that's a lot of animals. You think so? 5? Well, the cats were, like, I purposely went out and got the dogs, but the cats just kind of came on my property, and I saved them from pretty much death. Like, if I hadn't intervened, they would be dead. I'm not really a cat person, but I do love cats. I mean, I love animals. But if you said, Tiffany, what animal, if you can only have one, would it be? It would be a dog. I'm a dog person. Titus is the best. Thanks, bud. I like him. Bears are scary, especially polar bears. Yes. Yeah, you don't want to be messing with no polar bears. Polar bears are the largest land carnivore, and they're pretty aggressive. I would not try to stand my ground against a polar bear. Black bears are very different. And black bears, as you can see, they're surrounded by people for the most part, at least where I live. So they've kind of gotten used to people, whereas polar bears, they're not really around a whole lot of people, you know? So they're a little bit wilder. I love polar bears, though. They're so cute. All right, so my dog just shit in the woods, and my other dog's going to take a look at it. So I guess we could wait. Polar bears are not scary. Mad X Jim, you've never faced a polar bear in the wild. How can you possibly make that statement? You live in a forest? I mean, not really. I got bit by a squirrel with human teeth. How is that even a thing? Did the squirrel steal someone's dentures? Tiff, never go after a grizzly bear. Why would I? There are no grizzly bears here. There's no brown bears here. They also start eating even before killing their prey. A lot of animals do that, Rumpelstiltskin. Not just bears. Especially like young predators that just left home. If they don't know how to actually like kill their prey, sometimes they'll just start eating them. It's pretty gnarly. Nature can be very vicious. Jesus Christ, you stole my dog. Do you have a chihuahua or do you have a mastiff? You should believe in yourself. Believe in Jesus. I do believe in I believe in Jesus more than I believe in myself. Jesus Christ, do you ride a bicycle? Are you on Telegram? What's Telegram? I don't know what that is. Is that like social media? The only social media I have is YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. I don't do Twitter. I don't do Snapchat. What else is there? Lemon8. I don't do that. I have enough social media. I like you. Really? Consider yourself in the minority. Oh, someone's doing some shit over there. Telegram is a messaging app type thing. Oh, okay. Where the bee tree? The bee tree's on the other side. I ride clouds. Do you know the clouds are like super heavy? I talk to Chat GPT sometimes on my commute to my job back and forth, and I'll ask it to give me like random facts. I forget how much they say it weighs, but clouds can be very heavy because, you know, they're laden with moisture. I can't remember the exact fact, but if you look it up, you'd be quite amazed at how heavy they are. Whoever just asked about Telegram needs to be investigated. Hello, Patrick. Today I gave my body to Jesus. How do you give your body to Jesus? Were you baptized? Like, I don't understand. You can't give your body. You can only, like, give your heart and soul. I don't think Jesus cares too much about your body, your temple. Because we just leave it behind, you know? It's just for this plane of existence. We don't need it where we're headed. Yeah, Telegram is used for shady stuff a lot. Yeah, I baptized. A bag of feathers can be heavy. It depends on how heavy, right? A ton of feathers is pretty heavy. I am so tired. Yesterday was my day off. I slept the entire day. The entire day. I said, fuck it. I'm sleeping. And I did. And I was in a bad mood. So, yeah, sometimes I do that. Sometimes my way of getting over shit is to just go unconscious for a while. And then hopefully when I wake up, it's all better. You seeing Dolly? How's Dolly doing? I hope she's good. Thanks for doing a stream now, Tiffany. I was in the other room and it's full of MAGAs. They were talking about the Aryan race. I am no one's God. There is only one God. I guess depending on what religion you are, but I choose to be monotheistic. Have you guys heard of robotheism? If you guys don't know what that is, it's people that think that ChatGPT is a god, which is ridiculous. How can a god be something that was man-made is beyond me, but you know, whatever. People are weird. Sleep it off, like walk it off. I do both. I sleep it off, I walk it off. I lift it off, like with weights. I work it off because I work. So, listen, I worked a full ass day today. And then I went to the gym and I did a leg day. And then I'm here walking the dogs. Body in motion tends to stay in motion. And I knew that if I went home and sat down, that would be the end of it. So I was like, no. Let's get this done for the dog's sake. And then I'll feel less guilty. I mean, I work for them. I work so they can have a better life. Hold on, let me get like into a shady spot because I cannot see when the sun is in my eyeballs. Oh, I can see now. Hold on. I worship Tiffany's curves. I don't have curves. I am a stegosaurus. God is in my pants. You have to get on your knees to see him. That's so fucked up. A cumulonimbus cloud, according to Google, TIFF can weigh about 1.1 million pounds. I know, right, bud? Isn't that crazy? Like when you look at a cloud, you think it's like white and fluffy and airy and not much to it, but really it's heavy as shit. I have Cornavip. What the hell is that? Hello, Richard Ortiz. Is Queef still chatting, or has the immigrant population of Ireland found him, thrown him from a high roof? It's really blurry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Right around this area, my connection is shit. When I get back into the woods, it'll clear out. Just give me a moment. I don't usually lose connection here, but if I do, I don't know. It is what it is, I guess. Oh man, and like, not that anyone cares. Oh, see, look, this is a blackberry bush that probably won't survive. It's not looking very healthy. I don't know what I did, but the lower left-hand side of my back hurts. Not the right-hand side, just the left-hand side. And I know it might be hard to tell, but like half of my walk is an incline. So I may huff and puff. Hello, Nicole. I honestly don't care about Keith. Like, I don't wish him dead or anything. I hope he's okay. I hope he's healthy and happy and well, but he's also an asshole, and I blocked him a long time ago. So it really means nothing to me what's going on with him. Just hope he's well and healthy. Shadow, where'd you go? She's like, shut up, Mom, I know the way. Isn't that crazy that my dogs don't have harnesses or collars or leashes? They just know. Routine, very routine oriented. I think Ahmed finally caught up with him. Excuse me, you don't know me. What? towards the end of this little stretch, we will come up to the vagina tree. The vagina tree is where the bee nest is. They're honeybees. I'm not going to get close because I know they're going to be active. I often wonder, like, if I wait until winter and then stick something down in there, if I can, like, pull out honey or anything. I'm not going to do it. I just wonder. Oh, also, I've been seeing a lot of ads. Like, I don't know if you guys know me or not, but I'm into the whole fitness thing. And I take a lot of supplements that you swallow. I've been seeing these patches that you put, it's like they're like stickers. And you put them on your skin and it's supposed to absorb through the skin. All different kinds. It's really interesting. I thought about trying them, but I also read that it doesn't absorb as much as you would like it to, and that ingesting a supplement is better. But boy, wouldn't it be nice to replace some of the things I swallow with a patch I could just wear? I don't know. I might try one. I might look into it and maybe try one or two and see how they do. Honestly, though, I take so many supplements, I have no idea. I mean, I know what they're supposed to do, but I don't know if they are doing it. Like, I cannot tell the difference. All I know is if I suddenly stop taking all my supplements for a while, I tend to get sick. So I'm assuming that they do help my immune system. After showing us the vagina tree, show us yours. No. Good day. May we just automatically and naturally be drawn to our peace as our old habits hold less power with every healing breath. Are you afraid of woodland pedophiles? Well, I am not okay with any pedophiles, but I am also not a child. So I am not what the pedophiles are after, although still, I think all pedophiles are horrible people, and I don't think they can be reformed, and they should probably just all be sent to some kind of an island. I don't know if I believe in capital punishment or not. I'm on the fence, but I also don't think there is any reform for them. So if we just put them on an island and let them deal with it themselves, that would be great. I guess I'd be more afraid of woodland kidnap rapists than anything, because I am not a child. Hello, Monkey 2.0. Birth control, random, okay. Hey, Happy Ending. Happy Ending, why are you here? Tiffany is hopped up on creatine and protein shakes. Not yet. That's my next step. When I get home, I'm going to take my Franken shake, which does have creatine and protein and collagen in it. And then I'm going to take my supplements. And I am trying to cut some fat, so I don't know if I'm going to have dinner or not. I don't know if I need it. But that's the best thing. Just ignore the stupid comments. Every machine requires fuel. Yeah. I agree. I do take protein. I do eat. This morning I had a protein cereal that was fruity flavored. And then for lunch I had a 3 cheese tortellini, which isn't great because it's a lot of carbs, but I needed it because I needed the energy. My job is very fast-paced and requires a lot of energy. You had Chipotle? I've never had Chipotle. I'm not into Mexican food too much, like not authentic. The most Mexican I can do is like Taco Bell, which I know is a sin or whatever. I just can't do spicy. I'm a basic white bitch. Spicy and I do not agree. I have, however, had the spiciest foods in the world, and I will never do that again. Hi, sister. Where are you from, sister? I'm from my mom. Where are you from? Actually, this is Pennsylvania in the United States. And if you don't know where that is because you're from some other country and you're not really familiar with the United States, it's like on the side of the country that like New York is. A lot of people seem to know where New York is, and I'm next to that state. You have difficulty reading because you're disabled? Sorry to hear that. Can we just like not be racist? Do you know that if I skinned all of you, you would all look the same on the inside? Did you know that human fat isn't white like a cow? Human fat is yellow. Like if I skinned you all, you'd never be able to tell who's who. Maybe by height, I don't know. The more you know. Has it been cooler there? Yes and no. Like yesterday it cooled down. I think it rained. I don't know. I slept all day. Today it warmed up a little. Not as bad as it was, but and it's also like 5:30 now, but it was pretty warm earlier. But you know, we're coming towards the end of summer, so I'm okay with it. I really didn't get to do a whole lot of summery things. I've been too busy just working as it goes. Symphony number 9, are you KMO? By chance? Just curious. I like how my dogs abandoned me. Traitors. They're like, she's going too slow. Oh, excuse the shit out of me. I'm tired. I'm so tired. I love fall. I couldn't tell. Oh, what are you guys doing up there? I couldn't tell you what my favorite season is. I like them all. I've always lived in a part of the world where I got to experience all the seasons. And it's so foreign to me to think that some places in the world don't get to do that. Like places that don't get snow. Like what? You guys don't get a white Christmas? Tiffany, you do sound tired. Come rest your head on my lap. Edward Jim, what would your girlfriend think? I hear you have a beautiful girlfriend, unless you fucked that up and she's gone now. Is it because of all the gayisms with Ross? I mean, I get it. Like, she listened to you talk to Ross too much and she was like, dude, I question your sexuality. This looks like a good place to hide the drugs. Which drugs? What kind of drugs? We used to get a white Christmas, but it's been hit on Christmas past few years. This looks like Cathartic State Park. It's not a state park, it's just my backyard. I don't own this. My landlord owns part of it. But not this part. He owns like the other part, I think. The Fenty. Hide the Fenty. No Fenty. No. I had fentanyl once, okay? Legally. When I was when I went to the hospital for emergency gallbladder stone, which by the way, awful pain. Awful. I've had 2 pains in my life that I would say were the worst in my entire life. And I've never had kids, so I don't know what childbirth is like, and I've never been shot. But I had a kidney stone and I had a gallbladder stone. And when I had a gallstone, I was rushed to the ER at like 3 in the morning. And they gave me Dilaudid. And it didn't do shit. And then they gave me fentanyl. And I loved everyone. I loved the nurses. I loved the ultrasound tech. But that was controlled in a hospital where it was safe. The fact that it's out there in the world mixing with like different drugs is just really scary. Not that doing any kind of drug is okay, but it's just even more risky than normal. It's a good time to quit doing drugs if you do drugs, because you never know what you're going to get. Could be death. Tiffany, you sound like a badass. Well, thank you. I can't see Ghost Note. I'm sorry, I don't have glasses on and I'm blind. I only use them to read at this time in my life. Who knows? It might progress to the point where I'll always need to wear them. I just didn't put them on. Should have asked for morphine. I have had morphine. So when I had a kidney stone, which by the way, the only time I ever threw up from pain was when I had a fucking kidney stone. It was so jagged, I tried to pass it. It got lodged in my ureter. The ureter is like right before it goes out, right? Right before it goes through your vagina or your penis and it goes out. It was lodged in there, okay? So I had to have it surgically freaking removed. And so when I woke up from that, they gave me morphine, but I honestly didn't care for morphine. The craziest I've ever had was fentanyl. Morphine was overrated, unless they just didn't give me very much. I don't know. Here's the bees in the vagina tree. Those are honeybees. Anyway. Bees can sense your vibration, so I don't want to walk close and I don't want to talk. I don't want to get stung. It hurts, and then the bee dies, and I'm not trying to kill the bees. What else we got? You consider hospitals safe? Well, yeah, okay. Mad X Jim, if a guy on the street offered me fentanyl or a nurse offered me fentanyl, I'm gonna say the nurse's fentanyl is probably safer, you know? I think that's my point. God bless you too, Trayvon. Sorry if I missed some of your comments. I'm trying to also not fall on my face. Would you also love Billy? Maybe if I was on fentanyl, Jam. Maybe. What the fuck am I watching? I don't know. Why did you stop here? There's so many lives you could be looking at. Tiffany is extremely fuckable, but it's her voice personality that causes instant busts. You're fucked up, Jam. My coworker got a kidney stone almost the size of a golf ball. Holy shit. Said he had to go for emergency surgery. I bet. You're not passing that shit. Remember to drink water. Yes. Also, I was told, now ask your doctor because I am not one, but I was told not to take calcium supplements because my body is prone to making stones. Kidney stones, gallstones. I had my gallbladder removed, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. But I no longer take calcium supplements. I just get calcium from like my food. Tiffany, okay, let me sit down and read this hate comment. Tiffany is awful. So she treats her husband like a dog, and he's no better than a beast. She doesn't feed him healthy food and doesn't even seem to like him. She prefers men she meets online. The only man I've ever met online was Dougie Doug, and he was a perfect gentleman. I met him with my husband, and we had a lovely meal together. Jim Earhard. Hi, Tiff. Good to see you. Wow, it's been a long time. How long has it been? She's a truly evil woman who cheats on her husband. All right. I got attacked by a turkey vulture visiting an abandoned house. I thought it was a ghost at first. Dude, turkey vultures are freaking humongous. When you see one up close, like when you see them in the sky, you're like, wow, that's a big bird. But then when you see them like really close, it's like, holy shit, I'm glad you're a scavenger and not a predator, because you could probably lift small children and chihuahuas, like, thank you for being a scavenger. Bra color. No. Hey, number 2 with fries. Why do you love the Kittles, Edward Jam? I won't stop going to abandoned places, though. My next trip is to Penhurst Asylum. I'm that nerd. I went to, I can never remember the place. It's not far from where I live. It used to be an asylum, and then they turned it into an old folks home. And I went there, and then I went to a masonry. No, not a masonry. Is it a masonry? I went somewhere in Ohio. It's on my channel because I used to do ghost hunting, and it was really fun. It was interesting. I stayed the night at both places. Very cool, very cool. I would do it again, but my husband's not into it, and I don't know anyone that wants to do it. The last time I went with Allegheny Paranormal Investigations, but I don't go with them anymore. But I would totally do that again because it's very interesting. Why come to someone's stream just to spread hate comments? Trilly K. It's because I'm in a YouTube chat community where like we all know the same people. It's probably like, I don't know, a couple hundred people or so. And I have like a handful of haters that will come to my stream under different names to hate on me. And I do block them most of the time, but sometimes I want to see what they say, so I let them stick around for a little bit just to see. I'm always intrigued. It's been at least 6 months since I have seen you live. Oh, Jim, well, I hope you're doing well. I do these live dog walks now. I don't really do too many like videos anymore. I've switched up my content a bit, and now I just enjoy talking to the chat mostly. I'm so sorry. I thought that was a little pig running up to you. I didn't know that was a dog. What kind of dog is it? He's a pig. He's totally a pig. When he lays down, he looks like a loaf of bread, and he's a chunky monkey. But to be fair, when I talk to the vet, because we walk so much, he also has really good muscle tone. Not to say that, it's okay to be fat, because it's not, but he does have pretty good muscle tone. So he's fat, but he's also fit. Fat. He's my baby boy. He's going to be 8 years old in September. The other dog left. The other dog said, "Screw you, I'm going home." You think that's Shannon, Edward Jam? I never know who my haters are because I have a few. But if it is Shannon, I thought Shannon retired from hating on people. Interesting. Is he really your husband? You treat him poorly and aren't attracted to him, so it's no surprise you're seeing someone else. Who am I seeing? I'm seeing Titus. He's my son. I'm not seeing anyone. I see my husband. That's it. I'm a hermit. I don't get out much. I have no interest in any other man. It sounds to me like this person who's using this name, Monica Bigman, is a little bit of a spiteful one, a little bit of a jealous one. Do you not have a man in your life? Is that why you've decided to come for me? I don't like to talk about Shannon. I don't want to talk about Shannon, and I'm not going to assume that that's her, Edward Jam. It could be a plethora of people, honestly. He's a little beefcake. He is a little beefcake. I agree with you. So, Blake, I have 2 dogs. I have a chihuahua and I have a mastiff. Hello, what's up? Who else could it be, Tiffany? Charlie, because he wants your holes and can't get it? Downy Dumbo. It could be, all right, you want to go through the list of who it could be, especially with that vernacular? It could be Rusty. It could be Rain. It could be Shannon, I guess. It sounds like a female to me. It doesn't sound, it could be CB. It doesn't sound like a male. And if it is a male, well, you sound like a chick, dude. Damn, she a hater for real. What did you do to her for that? Oh my gosh, Trilly K. It's a really long story. I don't have time for that today. Just know that I try not to hate on people, but they make it hard. Like, I'm not a doormat. I know that there are people that can turn the other cheek, and in the past, I've tried to turn the other cheek, but at some point you run out of cheeks, you know? You only have so many cheeks, and the more you turn them all, and then what do? You retaliate. That's what you do, and that's what I do. But I always try to treat everyone I meet with kindness and respect and positivity until they give me a reason not to, you know? Actually, it can't be Charlie. Charlie doesn't speak English very well, so I'm sticking with Monica Bigman being Shannon. I'm not going to tell you what color panties I'm wearing. I don't know why it would matter. My diaper just ruptured? Oh no, do you have wet wipes? Ryan, JC just said the same thing. What did Ryan say? You sound like Nicole from class 09. You sound like Nicole from class 09. I don't know what that means. Is this the new season of Naked and Afraid? Well, I'm not naked and I'm not afraid, but I couldn't be on that show because I have health issues. And also, I would probably tap out on the first day. I'd like to think that I could make it on that show, but like, let's be real, right? Like, there's no fucking way, dude. First of all, I don't know about you guys. I'm hypoglycemic. If I don't get enough food at a certain time of day, I pass out and have problems. I also have heart condition. I'm also on medications. So that would be a solid no. But I do like the show. I love survival shows, for sure. Do you guys like survival shows? Do you guys think you could do it? You gotta be a tough motherfucker. And you've got to have primitive skills, which I also don't have. I do hunt. I hunt deer. I can field dress my own deer, but I would need a gun. I can't just be spearing shit or using a homemade bow. Like, that's just not a thing I'm gonna do. I guess if I was on that show, I could be in charge of like keeping the fire going or maybe making a fish basket. I don't know why I let this troll keep going, but why not? You know, it's amusing. People will see the real you and God will bring the truth to light. You're not being genuine in your faith, and your bitterness and envy really show. Oh, you know who else it could be? It could be Zen. Because there's a chatter that I kind of like dismissed, and her name is Zen. I don't know if this is her style or not. I'm just trying to think of all the possibilities that it could be. But I honestly, I couldn't tell you for sure. Jam is really convinced that that's Shannon. I don't know. Are you reading these words? Realize how your body, and mind just automatically and naturally shifts into your complete comfort and peace with every healing breath. Bro, just leave her alone. Is it because you're bored? Wait, are you telling me to leave her alone or her to leave me alone, Trilly? Trilly, I like you. Where'd you come from? Welcome to my channel. You seem pretty cool. Whether I see you or not, I wish you a really good life because I get good vibes from you. So wherever life takes you, I hope it's in a good place. I'm assuming that from the chat you have a husband. You guys should go scuba diving. The classes are pretty cheap and you can rent the equipment. Okay, so I'm that nerd. Here's the thing. I have swimmer's ear and I can't go. If I go too deep in the water, it really messes me up. I wish I could go scuba diving. I always thought it was fascinating and it's so cool to see like the coral and the fish and stuff, but I just don't think it's in the cards for me, you know? Have you been scuba diving? I imagine that if you're suggesting it, then maybe you've tried it yourself. I would really like to go skydiving, but my husband would really not like to go, and I respect that. But if I ever had someone in my life who would be like, yes, Tiffany, let's just jump out of a perfectly healthy plane, I would do it. I would so do it because I'm the kind of person that I like to face my fear. I don't always want to, but that's the best way to get over it. So like one of my fears, I'm going to be real open and honest with you guys. One of my fears is pain. I am horribly afraid of pain. I'm afraid I'm going to die very painfully.